Welcome to weekly spirit messages. So these are spirit messages for all zodiac signs for the week commencing 24th of April 2023. However, if you're watching this sometime in the future, please listen to it still. I want these messages to be timeless. So yeah, if you know your sun, moon, or rising, then listen to the reading for those signs as well to bring you a little bit more of a deeper message. So let's get on with it. One more thing before I forget. This week, if you're watching it April 24th of 24th of April, week commencing 24th of April, just so you know, the astrological movements are very harmonious this week. So for that reason, I thought we will have a look at the Work Your Light Oracle cards and see how we can work our light this week, as it should be a little bit easier on us. Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's see what card we have for you this week. The Ever Unfolding Rose. So this week might bring some sort of culminations or kind of completions of your hard work up until now. I feel like this is the week in which you will need to take some rest because, well, based on all of the energies that have been happening the past few weeks, really, and us going through the solar eclipse in Aries, also, you must be exhausted, is what I'm kind of feeling. So make sure that you look after yourself and whatever is happening, if you feel like there are some situations that maybe are a bit challenging for you today, not today, this week, then just try and let them pass by and see where they take you. On that card, sorry I didn't read it, it says the ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. But I feel like this message is not necessarily telling you to watch out because there might be something difficult. It's almost like all the hard work that you've been putting now towards a certain goal, you might see the effects of it being bigger than you are perhaps prepared for. But overall, it's a good thing. That's what you've been working towards, Aries. So just reap the rewards now. It is time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We have yes, just say yes. Taurus, following on from last week, I remember there was a card of accepting changes and making changes. However difficult that might be for you, Taurus, please, whatever comes in this week, just say yes. If you maybe had a question on your mind, wondering whether you should do something, the answer is yes. I feel like life is basically taking you into a positive direction, so there's no need to hesitate. Just say yes to new experiences, Taurus. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's see what you've got. Gemini. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So Gemini, this is really time to shine your light. Now, what is your light? Your light is everything that your heart desires, everything that brings you joy, fulfillment, satisfaction, and just makes you feel alive. This is the time for you to really tap into this side of yourself, be authentic with yourself and with others. And basically don't worry about what others think because it's not about them, it's about you. It's about you, it's about your happiness, it's about your fulfillment in life, and also it's about your soul's purpose, really. You can't fulfill your soul's purpose if you're dimming your light. Thank you for watching, Gemini. I wish you all the best. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What have you got? The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. What a perfect time for you, Cancer. It is all coming together. I feel like perhaps you have been a little bit confused, worried, not sure about the direction in life that you're taking, or maybe it's just a specific situation or a project or, relationship. But I feel like all of this confusion will be coming to an end, and it will be all coming together now for you to see clearly what is it that's actually good for you, what is it that you really want. Yeah, this is a great card. I'm very excited. I have a Cancer rising, so I've been waiting for a message of this sort. Um, Take notice also, Cancer, to all the people that are coming into your life this week. Based on this card's message, it mentions a soul tribe, so it's very possible that you will come into some good new connections perhaps this week that will have a little bit of a bigger impact in your life somehow, in some way. So pay attention and be open. It's all coming together, Cancer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's see what the message is for you. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries, Leo? So in order for you to work your light, you need to really have some clear boundaries. Now, what I'm thinking about is sometimes it might not be so obvious. So for instance, we would probably think about boundaries by when we come into contact with other people, right? And they might want something from us, and we maybe don't feel very comfortable about this, but then we agree to it because we want to be kind. That's one way of noticing where we might be crossing our boundaries. However, today, the concept of boundaries is actually coming to me in a way of noticing how do we create boundaries when it comes to collective happenings. So what I mean by that is, for instance, what do you listen to? What do you watch? Do you watch news? What kind of news do you watch? What sort of media information are you paying attention to and focusing? You might not realize just how much effect that has on you and your boundaries, because although it's somehow difficult maybe to escape all of this information, and naturally most of us, we are worried about the state of the world, of course, but there's only so much that an individual can do, right? So instead of all of that information bringing you down, messing up your day, how can you set boundaries for yourself so that you can continue doing your work in this world with joy and happiness and fulfillment, and not feel so bogged down and bothered, I suppose, by what is happening in the world in general, maybe even in a completely different country to where you live. We are only able to help as much as we can take care of ourselves. So if you're unable to look after yourself and give from yourself fully, then how are you going to make a difference overall, right? If these things are making you feel weak, I guess, like you don't have any control, like you can't manage things. You can only manage and control your own life. So please focus on that this week and probably moving forward if it's a pattern for you. And that way you will be able to contribute more fully, with more energy and a happier heart. So thank you for watching, Leo. I'll see you next week. Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's see how you can work your light this week. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Well, isn't that interesting? Virgo, I believe, is one of the signs that is very, can be very mothering. I know that I think Cancer usually has that description attached to it, but Virgos do like to take care of others. They like to, in that sense, they like to almost serve, not serve maybe other people, but not in a sense of servitude, but be of service. There we go. Thank you. However, and that being great and very noble, how are you looking after yourself, Virgo? Can you mother yourself too? As this week is very harmonious astrologically, this would be a great time for you to find some harmony within yourself by looking after yourself and making sure that you nourish your own needs in a healthy way. So yeah, I feel like that's it for you, Virgo, actually. This week, I'm just having a little think. No, I feel it's just literally, it's honestly a week of healing. When I say healing, I mean the resting, relaxing kind of time, not healing as in going through some difficult healing maybe methods that you know bring up a lot of hurt from the past. I mean resting, looking after yourself, nourishing yourself, nurturing yourself, Virgo. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next week. Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's see how you can work your light this week. Akasha, your guidance. What? Oh, yeah, sorry. Your guidance is divinely guided. So I feel like this week is just a week of ease and flow and taking steps forward towards something that you have already established in the past weeks. It's going to be quite an easy week and nothing will be standing in your way. So wherever you have, whatever direction you have set out for yourself already, just keep walking that this week and it will all move harmoniously. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the astrological events this week are very harmonious in general. So they are very positive for all of us. So yeah, I mean, if it's been a little bit hard recently, then this week will be the week of ease. So enjoy it, Libra, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Scorpio, break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, that's really interesting, Scorpio. So I have mentioned at the beginning of this video that this week the astrological events will be very harmonious for all of us. So I feel like for you, this week will be a week of great strides, or let's say release of anything that you have been working on up until now. There might have been patterns or beliefs, but patterns of behavior, maybe some unhealthy habits that you've been perpetuating for a very long time. I feel like it will be easier for you this week to really change them. Perhaps you've been already taking steps towards that and it just wasn't feeling very easy or simple. But this week, just continue, don't give up, because it will become easier. Whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been healing, you have really done a big, great job up until now. And things will move a lot more smoothly this time, from now on. So thank you for watching, Scorpio. I'll see you next week. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You have a deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So this is a week for you to do exactly that, pretty much. We are using the Work Your Light Oracle cards this week, as it's going to be a very harmonious astrologically week for us all. And so I guess for you, there's not much to do this week, Sagittarius, apart from just retreating and resting and being held. If you've had a lot of duties, let's say, that you've been doing by yourself all this time, why not delegate this week? Ask others to help you and do a little bit more for you whilst you're resting and recuperating. So enjoy it. It will be a very restful time for you this week. So use it. Use it, Sagittarius. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Capricorn, how can you work your light this week? Protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Okay, so as you can see on this picture, all of these ladies are basically creating a boundary, right? They're saying no to whatever it is that they need to say no. And I feel like this is the week for you, Capricorn, to do exactly that. You might have been a little bit too helpful, a little bit too responsible for things perhaps that weren't your responsibility. It is certainly a week for you to start saying no to things that you know that really are not your responsibility to take care of. Yeah. I'm just having a little look to see if there is anything else, but I feel like this week might bring you some insights, some revelations, let's say, within this matter. You might notice maybe you had some, you were, maybe you had some unhealthy habits or patterns that you've been following up until now, where you've been giving too much of yourself to others. And yeah, this week should be easier to start breaking that chain, I suppose. So yeah, great start for you this week, Capricorn. Once you do that and you follow this path, you'll feel lighter and you will be able to shine your light better. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week, Capricorn. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How can you work your light this week? By saying no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Well, that's a pretty straightforward message. As I was saying at the beginning of this video, the astrological events this week are going to be very harmonious for all of us. Things should be a little bit easier. So Aquarius, if you've been struggling to say no, this is definitely your week to do so. It will be easier and simpler. Yeah, I feel, honestly, I feel like that is the only message, and it's a very important one. It might be short, but it's important. Learn to say no, Aquarius, and use that new skill. If it's new for you, of course, then make sure you use it this week and say no to things that are not for you or that are a little bit too much. Maybe things you don't have energy for. Just say no, Aquarius. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How can you work your light this week? Mintakan. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Okay, I mean, if anything, this card is kind of making me feel it's making me feel your, how do I say this? I feel like this is basically saying that you just need to do what you're feeling called to do. Okay, I finally got my words out. You have an amazing mission in this lifetime to shine your light. And if anything, this is a reminder of that. If you're feeling a little bit like you're longing your home, right? Longing for home, belonging. Please spend some time this week on meditation, on connecting with your star family, on connecting with your ancestors, wherever you feel called. Just do that. If you haven't explored your star origins, then maybe it's a good time to start doing that. There are a lot of resources online. There are many meditations on YouTube that you can do, connecting to your star family. I feel like, even though it's a general reading for all Pisces, I feel like this is specifically, this will be watched by those who would understand what I'm talking about here. If this is the first time that you're hearing about star origins, then perhaps it would be good for you to research that a little bit this week, because you might find out some information about, let's say, a new dimension of yourself and of your origins. I feel like this would be an amazing time for you to really dig deep into this. And like I said, if you already are in the process of, or if you're already in the know, then just spend some time with your star family this week through meditations and such. This way you'll be able to work your light even more and shine even brighter. Thank you for watching, Pisces. I'll see you next week.